Thanks for tuning into BQ Conversations. It's a part of our on-site series when we are visiting some of the leading companies across the country and trying and understanding from them how is it that they are seeing the business cycle for FY24 and over the course of the next few years. We are in a plant. You will get all of the plant noises, and we are in the plant of Astral, a leading pipe company in the country, and Mr. Hiranand Savlani is with us to talk about how does he think about business. Mr. Savlani, great having you. Thank you for having us at your plant.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
No, so no, the pleasure is ours. Would want to understand, you would be a direct beneficiary of a capex stroke real estate cycle. Is this cycle looking different from the previous ones that you had seen? And what is Astral's role in this cycle if it is different?
So I think slightly it is a different than what we have seen in last 4 or 5 years. The number one thing is the polymer price have corrected substantially. So that has become the product very affordable. So many people which have moved to the alternate product, they are coming back to the polymer. So that is the biggest change which we are seeing.
For the pipes business.
For the pipe business. Secondly, the chemical price also. I'm talking to the adhesive side. There also you see the product price has substantially dropped because of the chemical price have corrected globally. So that has also made the product more affordable. So that is also supporting. The third biggest thing which we are seeing, that is the infrastructure spending. The government of India is spending a lot of money on the infrastructure creation of the country. So that is also giving a good support to sell our products into the infrastructure, whether it is adhesive or whether it is a pipe, both. So this all I think put together, and then the real estate cycle. Last couple of years, because of this COVID, the construction activity slowed down substantially. Though the ready units were selling, but the new construction activity was slowed down. So because of that, what was happening, that new construction doesn't take place. So because of that, our product demand was comparatively low. Though we have done an excellent job in the last 3 years. Last 3 years, if you see, our growth was 25% CAGR. But still, the overall activity in the country level was low. But now I think we are seeing that the construction is coming back. And because of that, we are seeing that this cycle should at least last for another 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So the question would be that for Astral as a company, from where you are right now, how do you foresee where Astral could be if the cycle lasts for 5 years or even longer? Because you are present in one category, which is pipes, and you're still a large player there. But now you're present across 7 categories, if I'm not wrong.
So I think we are foreseeing a very, very bright future for our company. And in fact, we have given the long guidance also that we are targeting to double our company in next 5 years. The way cycle is moving, it can come early also. It depends how long this cycle is going to sustain. Secondly, the biggest thing which we are seeing so far, everyone has seen the Astral brand behind the wall brand. Okay, now we are coming to the front, whether it's the sanitary ware, whether it is a faucet, whether it's a tank, all things are coming on the front. So that will give the big visibility to the brand. And whenever brand get the more visibility in the market, the pull effect starts. So that not only going to support the new product, but it is going to support the existing products also. So we are seeing that this is going to take the brand Astral to the next level. And we are very, very positive, I can say, for the coming times for Astral.
Okay, I believe we are in the tanks plant currently.
Yes,
so tell us a bit about what is we starting with the small category as opposed to pipes, but since we are in the tank plant, tell us what's your right to win in this category, and what is the capacities, and how do you foresee this segment doing?
So I can tell you, Niraj, that this tank industry size of India is close to about 5,000 crore. Okay, and most of them, almost 80% plus, is unorganized there. So very few organized players are there. None of the organized players.
You said 80% is
unorganized, and 20% is only organized. And the size is 5,000 crore. So now, even if we take a small portion, because Astral is a brand, people know, and the same network, we have not appointed a single person for the tank division. The existing team only supporting. And I'm very happy to share that in the very first year, we did around 43 crore rupees of sale.
Okay.
And the next year, we completed with a sale of 95 crore rupees. We targeted 100, but we closed at a 95 crore. So we are growing very fast into that. The reason is very simple, that a lot of unorganized players are there. The country is moving toward this brand now. It is shifting from unorganized to organized side. Not only in tank, in the other sector also. So that is giving us a very, very clear growth path. And we are of the view that next 4 or 5 years, you will see a new scale into this segment also.
Okay. So that was going to be my question, that for a new B2C brand awareness is a big thing. Are you saying that for a lot of these new categories or all of your new categories, you are effectively banking upon the pipes branding and the brand awareness that is already there, or do you foresee the need to spend more because you might want to gain larger foothold into any of these categories?
So, when we were doing the branding on the pipe, everyone was laughing on Astral. That a category like pipe, you are doing the branding. No one in India has ever thought to do the branding of the pipe. Now people are following Astral also. But at that point of time, when we brought the Salman Khan and all, and we started big branding, everyone was laughing on it, including investor community also, that you are wasting your money. But the vision of the promoter was different. They were having back of the mind that in future, it is not restricted to the pipe company. There will be multiple products within the building material category. So if we are going to build a brand, that is going to give us a natural extension to the new product. Like adhesive, we started with 200 crore rupees in 2014. Today, we completed last year with 1200 crore. That is surely because of the brand strength. So we have already spent more than 1000 crore rupees to create a brand Astral. For any new person to come in this category, they have to definitely burn the case first, because they have to create the brand. While Astral case is different. Astral is already created brand. Today, you ask anyone, everyone know the Astral brand.
No, most certainly. But in the categories that you're going ahead, so let's say you're the leader in pipes, but I'm talking about the adjacencies that you're building. You reckon the pipes brand benefits are spreading over to the others, or would you need to do some more work for any of the new
See,
categories?
some more work will be definitely needed, because category specific something you have to work out the branding side also. But the major, our focus is the brand Astral. So we are very clearly understanding that this will help the other brands very clearly, because the segment is same. The same dealers and distributors are there, same developers are there, same contractors are there, same architects are there. So I don't think we have to push again them about the brand Astral. Brand Astral is very well known in the country for the quality player.
Sure.
So we are of the view that this new product is just an extension of that, and we did not require too much of branding spend on this new category. Of course, some spend will definitely there, but it will not be a sizable spend.
Got it. Mr. Savlani, now from FY20 to now, you had a CAGR of 25% growth, but some of the new categories or small categories, tanks, for example, have grown at a faster clip. Now, I want to understand from you, when you're talking about this 5-year doubling of revenues, what is the share of pipes versus other products currently? And what could be the share of pipes versus other products, say in FY28?
So I think when we thought this thing of other categories, we were of the view that the pipe should be somewhere around 50-55%, and 40-45% should be the other products contribution.
In FY28?
2 years before, when we were working for all this category. But the way we are seeing the revival of construction industry, the revival of infra side, our pipe business is giving us the excellent growth. And we are seeing that the originally what we thought, we are going much ahead into the pipe. And that is why we have announced 2 new plants also. So we are of the view that originally 60-40 kind of things were there, but now looks that the pipe will also give us a better growth. So maybe we are ending up with 35% kind of the other products contribution, and still 60-65% contribution should continue from the pipe, because pipe we are seeing a very good growth. And particularly when we have recently started the East plant, that is giving us a fantastic growth. In a very early stage of journey, I can tell you that we have reached the run rate of 800 to 1000 crore, 1000 metric ton a month. So that clearly shows that the pipe is still a flagship for us. And next 4-5 years, this construction cycle will continue. Then pipe will also give us an extraordinary growth. So because of that, the other product contribution may not be 40%, but it should be somewhere around 35 to 40%.
Okay. And we'll talk about the pipes business in detail when we visit the other set of your plant. But since we are in the plant of an adjacent category, one question that comes to mind is, what is the kind of competitive scenario in the adjacencies? And are you aiming to spend, invest, target any of these adjacencies to be the market leader or number 1 or number 2? Because that will involve competing with the existing leader. So what's the thought process?
So the thought process is very clear. We are not in a number game, number 1. We have never ever discussed within our team that we want to be number 2 or number 3 or number 5 or number 10. Number is not important for us. We simply understand, whenever we sit on the brainstorming session with our team, we simply communicate that this is the opportunity. Now, within that opportunity, we have to decide where we want to reach. We are not in a race, but we clearly understand when the opportunity is so high in the category in which we have entered, like paint, opportunity size is 65,000 to 70,000 crore. You can consider this adhesive, another 20,000 crore opportunity. Even you consider sanitary ware and faucet, another 18 to 20,000 crore. So when such a huge opportunity, that today the basket of Astral all put together is roughly about 1,50,000 crore opportunity. Again, that last year
non-pipes, you mean?
Pipe including
Pipe,
all. So
pipe,
now
pipes.
we are at today close to about 5,200 crore. So hardly any percentage share is there. So I can see every category we have a scope to grow at a scale, because we are just scratching the surface, including pipe also. Even pipe also, you see, we are hardly taken any share in the market. We are still 9-10% market share. Okay. And look at the legacy of Astral. Today, Astral is a 25-year-old company. Okay. Within 25 also, CPVC is 25. But our other category is hardly legacy of 15 years. And within that, further, if I break, then the zone-wide legacy, if you see. So we started journey with West, then we entered into South, then North, and now East. So zone-wide legacy is even lesser. If you compare my peers, they are having 40, 50 years plus legacy. Our legacy is very slow. So once your legacy will grow, multiple location you are going to add, multiple geography you will take entry, definitely market share has to grow. Okay. So we are confident across all the segments.
Okay. Non-pipe segment, one last question. Is there significant, so you mentioned that you announced 2 new plants. I also know that you've commissioned a lot of plants in the last 24 months. What is the plan for CapEx in the newer categories?
So newer category, I think we are done. Whatever CapEx which was needed, we have completed that
but you
part.
Need to
so like paint, we are already having the capacity which is 4x. So we
4x of what you're doing right
what
now.
We are doing. So we have enough capacity. Sanitary ware, it is outsourcing, but faucet is in-house, because there the quality play a very important role. So there also we have increased the capacity recently in Jamnagar. So that new plant will also commission soon. So there also we don't need. Tank, we already spent the money. Little bit we are going to spend in this Hyderabad. Otherwise, I think that is also done. While we have just recently completed the plant. So there also we have enough capacity. So I think now the incremental capex will come only in pipe category. Other category will take very little capital employment. Otherwise, pipe is the category where we are seeing that we have to spend further, because we are coming up with Hyderabad plant, we are coming with the Guwahati plant. Another one more plant may come, which we are working on that internally. We are debating, because the kind of growth we are seeing in last 5 months, which we were not expecting. So now our team is very aggressive, and the way they are putting us the number, we are very excited that it looks that we have to create the capacity. Otherwise, maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, we may having challenge of the capacity. So we have to be ahead of the curve. Today, we are able to grow faster because we have created the capacity 3 years before.
And now in the pipes space, which we are in currently, since we spoke a lot about the non-pipes business, Mr. Savlani, let's talk about pipes. You mentioned that while you had thought that it would be 55-45% at the end of the next 3, 4, 5 years, now you foresee pipes to remain at 65% because of the strong growth seen there. What's happening here?
So like pipe, we were not expecting that all of a sudden this kind of demand will come into the construction, infrastructure and all this side. And the polymer has also supported. Plus the kind of growth which we are seeing from the new plants and the growth we are seeing from the new product. I can show you one product which we have recently launched. That is the Drain Pro. This is the drainage pipe also. So this pipe is really doing really great work.
Okay.
Yeah, because India, nobody is manufacturing this pipe.
What is so special about this?
So this pipe, the biggest strength of this is the strength. Normally, any drainage pipe, it's a plastic material, PVC material, which is the brittle material. So because of that, it cracks after a certain time, or maybe UV and all these things. So it cracks. This pipe will not crack. So that is the biggest strength of this pipe. And people are liking this pipe into the usage of drainage. So this pipe is doing very good. And I can say that the kind of demand which we are seeing, we are tripling the capacity straight away.
Okay.
Because whatever the capacity we have created, that we are sold out.
Is this a part of the capex that you set up of plants which will come 2 years hence?
That is also there, and plus in the existing plant also we are increasing the capacity.
Okay, for this pipe because of the response that it has gotten. Okay, now tell us a bit about this response on the pipe segment and what does it do to cash flows, what it is do to return ratios and margins for you as a business, because I heard you say that polymer prices have come down, plus there will be a benefit of operating leverage and higher capacity utilization.
Yes. So all put together, benefit will be there. So
Hmm.
now we are expecting that we will be somewhere around between 16 to 18% kind of EBITDA. And if the things will move right and the volume will shoot up more,
Hmm.
which is happening right now, then it can be even higher also. So we have to see, we have to wait what is happening in the coming time. But the way right now we are seeing, the margins are fantastic. You must have seen our Q4 number also.
Yes.
There also, because of continuous improvement in our value-added products, which is one of that, this product also, continuously margins are improving. Our new value-added products like valves and oars are still not giving us too much of contribution. So that will start now, because now everything is completed. So that will also add the value. So if the product mix get changed, then there are high probability that the margin can expand from here on.
And of course, the advantage of now increasing your presence across the country and catering to different markets will also aid the cost saving as well
so
as
like
growth.
we spend a lot money in decentralization. Last 4 or 5 years, if you see, Astral has continuously spent money on decentralization. And that decentralization story is paying us now. Now this year, our capacity utilization will be the highest among last 6-7 years. So that is definitely going to help us, because pipe is basically transporting air than the weight. Okay, so because of that, logistic play a very important role. Now, hypothetically, I'm giving, we were selling the pipe from our Gujarat or maybe South location to the eastern part of the India. The freight cost was killing. Normally, pipe industry is having 15-16% kind of net. That much is the freight cost for particularly the lower product like SWR, this kind of product. So then how you become a competitive? So the moment the new plants have started there, now we are seeing that the enormous demand is coming from that location, because everyone like brand Astral.
Sure.
But because end of the day, customer is ready to pay you a certain level of premium.
Of course.
They can't give you the abnormal pay, because this is not an aesthetic value product.
Yeah.
So, but people are ready to pay us 5%, 4%, 6% premium. So the moment we have entered into that geography, straightway we are getting a good response. Today, our south plant is working almost 80% plus capacity. North is working on almost 70 plus capacity. So now we are seeing that the utilization is improving.
Yeah.
The last year
Q2
utilization
it was 53.
Yes.
I remember a conversation on my show.
Correct.
When you said that you were at 53% and you were expecting the utilization levels to move up.
Correct.
So they're continuously moving up. They were 61%.
So now we have reached the 60-61%, and this year we are expecting even more.
Got it.
Because the kind of demand which we are seeing on the ground, it looks that in many of the products we are sold out also.
Okay. My last couple of questions. One is usually when companies think, I mean, you are a company that has added some capacities in the recent past, and you are thinking of adding more capacities. Usually when that happens, you are probably not thinking of just the next 1-2 years, but maybe the next 4-5 years. Tell us, you mentioned about how you see the cycle lasting 4-5 years at the very least. Would it be a very strong cycle? Is that possible to predict that right away?
It's too early, I can say. I can't jump in on the last 4-5 months.
I can keep the pipe here.
Yeah, 4-5 months performance. I can't jump in and say that and give you unnecessary bullish number.
Sure.
But yeah, definitely last 4-5 months numbers are really good number, which looks that definitely going ahead, time will be good only. And the way we are listening the commentary from the big developer, and they are talking to us, they are giving us a very bullish picture.
Okay.
So that shows that the coming time will be excellent, and that is why even the same feedback we are getting from the team also. And that's why at a time we are launching the 2 new plants. Normally we never do like that. So this is the first time we are seeing East just started, and we are back to back. We are starting another East plant in Guwahati and the Hyderabad plant also. Okay. And we are looking for a further 1 more plant in the coming time. But we want to wait for another maybe 1 or 2 quarters to see how numbers are playing. If numbers are as per the what we are targeting, then we may come with the 3rd plant also, because we are seeing that a lot of green shoot is there.
Okay. My final question. I mean, it was impressive to visit a pipes plant, which is spick and span clean. So kudos to your team on that. But I have one question. There's a lot of emphasis that global funds and global investors are laying on responsible growth, the whole ESG factor. I'm sure your set of investors are talking to you about that as well. Tell us a bit about stuff that you've done on that aspect, and where do you take those processes from where they are right now?
So Niraj, you know that globe is talking ESG now. Astral thought long back.
Sure.
When we launched in 2005, the first time in the country, lead-free pipe. We all know what is the problems with lead. So we thought lead-free pipe in 2005. We introduced lead-free PVC pipe. Then we introduced lead-free column pipe also. And then the industry followed Astral. So we are really serious about that thing. So we are continuously focusing on that. And I am very happy to share with you that the global standard of ESG in our category, building material category, the score is somewhere around 23. Okay, you know what is the score of Astral? Astral last year scored 42. Okay. Again, the global standard of 23. So we are very serious about this thing. Today, 56% of my energy is coming from the renewable side. You see the women ratio in our company is 12%, which is very few companies are having that. We have spent 35,000 hours for the training to our team. So that side also we are spending a lot. So overall, if you see all whatever the parameter which on basis of that the ESG scorecard is being prepared, we are working on that. And I'm confident that in the coming time, we will improve that also. So global investor will be happy to work with Astral.
Great. Mr. Savlani, it's a pleasure talking to you today. All the best for the times ahead. And thank you so much for hosting us at your wonderful facility in Gujarat.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And viewers, thanks for tuning in to yet another episode of BQ Conversations, a series of on-site conversations that we are doing with some of the leading companies across the country.